Hello everyone, SiegeLink here, back with the final game of JinLair PinkWings versus Snapback to Reality. Now we're going to be facing XenoBlaze. So from what I've heard, this guy's an infamous cannon rusher. And I'm not sure what lag favors. I would guess cannon rusher if there's quite a bit of lag. But personally, I mean, if we lose because of lag, I'm not going to complain about it because not only am I not playing, and I'm not in a position to complain about it in that regard, but also because like after the lag hit, neither side was like, okay, let's swap like loklok for another player. They were both like, okay, let's play this out. Both agreed to play it out, and the lag was still there. So, I mean, that's what you chose to do. That's all I gotta say. And from what I've heard, there's not a better server we can switch to, so that won't fix the lag. Um, hold up, hold up, hold up. I was told this guy was an infamous cannon rusher, so why is he Terran? I'm really confused right now. Did he like misclick his race? Or was my team just trolling me? I doubt my team was trolling me. They sounded serious about it. They sounded pretty serious about it. I just hope that loklok realizes he's facing a Terran. This is an immediate SCV. I think I might know what this is. So there's a bit of a modification of the Marauder build where you build two proxy Marauders. Oh, nope, this is just going to be proxy Marine, looks like. Yeah, usually with proxy racks, you usually see a second SCV a little quicker than this. That, or you'll see people pull both of them around the same time. In this case, okay, that gas is pretty quick, so maybe with that gas timing, it's making me think it's Reapers. Because if it wasn't for that gas geyser, he could have pulled his SCV quicker, and he could have had that barracks quicker. So I'm assuming it's going to be Reapers here, two racks Reaper, which is pretty good because it's right next to the opponent. And the one downside of Reapers um, is that they take quite a while to make. However, even though it's pretty good against my build when it's proxied, it's not that good against a standard player because usually I would actually say that he would be able to get a siege tank on time, but he actually that barracks finishes around kind of like the time of a normal 111 barracks. So he's actually not going to be anywhere close to being able to get a factory in time, especially since yeah, he doesn't even realize this. He scouts the main base and still makes okay. He almost made a CC there, but he realizes it's a it's proxy. If I was him, I would personally move the SCV up around the time that he's doing that, and maybe even like make a bunker on the natural base. He sees the Reaper now, and this is one of the reasons I actually don't like putting barracks here, but instead barracks here, because if you put them in line with the main base, then the opponent can shoot at your units from the high ground, and you can't shoot back. And as a result, he wasn't actually able to push. It looks like he still should win this because his factory is quite late. He's also going to cancel that bunker. He really needs to kill that Reaper, though. If he can kill that Reaper, he can dance around the SCVs all day. But he's actually not going Tech Lab. He's going to go immediate Hellion. He thinks he needs to get that immediately, and to some extent, he kind of does. I do actually kind of like the idea better. And the bunker barely was not out. Didn't dodge against the... Ooh, bit of poor micro here. Not too poor, though. I'd say he just needs to use his grenades a little more and a little better. This definitely isn't out of it. He's building a factory back at home, but he could still continually be making Reapers. He also only jumped in with half because the other half was damaged. And yeah, he started another Reaper, but they were super late. The one advantage of this is that he's going to have two Reapers coming out at the same time. Thankfully for him, his opponent's not making a Tech Lab. If I was him, I would be starting to make a Tech Lab here because if you just hold the high ground, Phoenix this barracks, and you've got enough units to hold the Reapers until a siege tank comes out. But Hellions is still a good choice as well. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you can't jump up. But on top of that, like, even if you don't jump up, like, if I was him, I would. he knows that this is the best position for Reapers. So what you want to do is sneak all the way like this, hope that you don't get seen, and then jump up here. He's gonna flip one back, one into the main. That actually can help him quite a bit, but not in this case. If I was him, I really wouldn't be poking here because the opponent should realize that he has a superior army. And loklok apparently doesn't realize he has a vastly inferior army because he moved all of his units in and killed and lost everything. He's got a cyclone back at home, which actually should be able to defend this because his units are damaged, but he's gonna need to repair. I'm actually pretty worried for loklok here. That was looking good, but I feel like his micro wasn't as good as it could have been. And I think at the end, the big decision to fight him was a big misplay because he definitely didn't have the army he needed. It was 3 Hellions and 3 Reapers to 6 Reapers. Yep, his opponent easily had him beat there. Now these units shouldn't be able to kill this unless he really doesn't want to push. There is a small possibility these units can win this. He does see Starport, and he should know that it's a tech lab. That was a big misclick. That could have cost Warhawk very badly. He moved here and then went that way. He jumped away for no reason. That was like that one CS:GO clip where a player wasn't able to defuse the bomb. He sent him one SCV down, but he really should be repairing that Cyclone because he saw that his opponent had quite a few units. And if he repairs the Cyclones, he pretty much can't lose it. He's going into Cloak Banshee, which looks like it could be good here. And actually, it looks like it should be really good. Even though he's got a Raven, he's going very quick third CC. He's not getting an eBay. He's not going to have turrets. And to be fair, I think he's in an okay position to go greedy because he was in such a big lead. Eat some chicken, sorry. But the problem is you don't want to go too greedy when you're in a lead because, like I said, you have to kind of think to yourself, how do I lose this game? And one of them is going too greedy. But little do they know, they're actually mirroring each other. In fact, loklok is going to have a CC quicker. He's going to have an orbital done by the time Xeno's CC is done. And if he catches these units, it could go very well for him. If I was him, I'd definitely be clearing out the watchtower. There you go. Kill Cyclone. He's going to send 2 Hellions in. And yeah, he did just barely see them. He's got a Cyclone, came out, perfect timing. So all he's got to do is kind of... Honestly, he doesn't even really need to split up his SCVs, because 1 Hellion doesn't really do too much. Especially when you don't target fire. So yeah, this is... actually... Oh, hold up. He proxied, lost a bunch of units. How is he... Why is Xeno making so few workers? I'm so confused right now. Xeno's worker production is way in the dumps right now. And it looks like... Yeah, factory. I was about to say, with 4 Cyclones, it'd be weird if we went 4 Cyclones into bio. For now, I'm just going to talk. Or I'm just going to eat and just use my mouse. That was a bit annoying. So this is looking like it's going to be Battle Mech with Speed Banshees. This is something you quite rarely see in TVT. This is Battle Mech something you usually see in TVZ, if not TVP. Like TVT, I mean, maybe people have had a different experience, but I've faced it like twice online, and that's it. One of which was today, by the way. Didn't even see that Banshee. I mean, this is really good actually because he's forcing it. His opponent's stimming, and he hasn't made any medevacs. And even though he lost a Banshee, he sacrificed it for a lot of worker kills. Like, that's actually why he's ahead, is as he's killing his opponent's workers, and he's not remaking them. Look, he's making one SCV at a time. Loklok has done really well. Wow. Given how bad the start was for him, look at, I mean, it's 106 supply to 69, and most of that's in workers. Look at this difference. A bunch of his workers aren't even mining. Now, he is going into Battle Mech, which personally I don't like too much in TVT because tanks are pretty good against it. So that's the one hope, is that he clumps up his units and the tanks do a pretty hard counter. I think he actually saw that army. I think he wants to go for a bit of a base trade here, which might actually go well for him. Usually it wouldn't go well for him because tanks are hard to win a base trade verse, but with no medevacs it could work well. Or he didn't see the units. You can't be indecisive, Loklok. Pick one and stick with it. I agree with this choice, by the way. Without medevacs, Loklok should definitely win this. Not repairing, though. This is going to end up being a pretty wacky base trade. But it looks like Loklok should win because his opponent's not pressuring the main, because Loklok's on top of his production. He can't produce any units because all of his units that are produced die immediately. Where Loklok is building units in the main and they're staying in the main, and he even still has a Banshee. What the heck, XenoBlaze? How did Loklok win this and win it so convincingly? What the heck? It's going to take a massive mistake for Loklok to win this. And if he sieges up these siege tanks, I don't see any world in which he loses this. I don't see how it's even possible to make a mistake if he sieges those siege tanks. That's going to do it. That base is dead. He can't kill this army. He scans it, and his hand's got to be in his face at this point. I mean, you defended the proxy racks real well, but the macro, Xeno, that really cost you, man. Splitting up his army could cost him, but I mean, you're in such a big lead, not really much of a difference. Because I mean, even if these bio could somehow kill everything in here, even if that's the case, it's a base trade, and Loklok's going to kill all of Xeno's buildings before he could ever imagine. I mean, he's only got 3 Marines as well. All you gotta do is float him, and his buildings don't die, pretty much. And he's revealed as well, and he's not even lifting up any buildings. Like, if he can kill all the buildings that have the ability to lift up, it's pretty much not possible for him to win this. Like, in any world. Like, even his opponent just refuses to kill him, he's going to die on his own, pretty much. And there it is, Loklok wins it. I definitely got a little worried at first. I liked the build, but execution was a bit poor, but his opponent's macro, he really was not making work as much as he should have. Like, that was simply his opponent not clicking the S key or whatever he has SCV set to, because seriously, if he was just clicking workers, Loklok would not be anywhere close to as much of a head as he was. That will do it for this week. JinLair PinkWings now up 2-1 in this season. Hope you all enjoyed.